Hey guys, today we are talking all about one of my favorite church Bible publishers' Bibles, the Handsize. Join me. Okay, y'all, so the Handsize is probably my favorite of church Bible publishers. And I've put these on a blue blanket that kind of, I think, shows the color, especially of these better. But we'll go through them. My first one, which we'll be going through, is an iron calfskin, as is this. If you see this, we'll be talking about that and some other little parts in it. It came that way. I didn't do that. And I'll tell you the story. This is a cowhide. This is a regular a water buffalo. And then this is the full yapp. So this is the iron calfskin, and this made me fall in love with a Handsize. Just fall in love with it. You can see it's just so soft. And this really was my everyday carry for so long, in the true sense of the word. It was my main and my everything Bible. And what I did was I kind of turned this into a chain reference, obviously not like the degree that the Thompson chain reference is, but I turned that into a chain reference. So I had my topics up here, and each one had a number. And then we're going to compare the print. This was the page, and the print, this was 8 or 10 years ago. Held up really well. I just want to show you some spots of where, not its fault, my fault. This is the most damage I have done. This was from water. I guess my hands were wet, or something at the bottom. I'm sure it's got some tear stains in there as well. Then the next one, I just wanted to show you. This is an example of where I use the numbers. You can also use the Handsize to do a number reference, even if you don't make a chain or anything like that in the front of your book. You can key it to a notebook. And I've got another video, I'll link it in the comments, where I talked about how you can put these and then put bigger notes into a notebook, far more than what you could do in a wide margin, which will allow you a small carry. So that's kind of what I did. Now here you can see there's a bit of where it shows through from the other side of the paper, but it really isn't bad. It's very, very enjoyable to read. I loved this Bible. Then in the back, I just made topical and the note pages. Maps are the same as pretty much. Are they the same as now? We'll have to see. These were the maps back in the day. What I wanted to show you though is back here, if you look, the stitching is still tight. You see the stitching, but it's not coming out. There's not big gaps between the stitches. And this was huge. So that was my first one. After I used that, and for a chain reference, I didn't want to go back and mark in it differently. I didn't want to do something that would take away from the chain reference. I wanted its purpose to be my chain reference, and then just add to that when I wanted to add to the chain reference. So I got this one to mark up. Now, this one came, it was damaged when it came, and when I told them, they very quickly said you can send it back for a full refund. However, I was already in love with this particular one. I don't know why I get emotionally attached to my Bibles, but I do. And so I did not. So they immediately said, we're sorry, this is defective. This is the only time that had ever happened, and they were immediately willing to replace it. So this was just loose, and I put glue there. You can see that the stitching here, there's a thing with, as well as in the back, there. This was around the same time, maybe 2 years after the chain reference. And again, the paper, there's just hardly any bleed through. It's just, and it's a nice bold text. This one came with 2 ribbon markers. This one, my first one, came with 1 ribbon marker, and I just made one of the, you can see it right there, where you take a little piece of cardboard and put a ribbon marker or 2 and glue it, and then stick it in the spine. That's what I did with that one. So these are both the iron calfskin. You can see again, these are really bendy. Compared to the cowhide, this is very stiff. Oh, this came a bit later, and I actually got these. I like the stiffer cowhide, especially for, I guess, field use. I got I got both my sons a copy of this in the cowhide, this exact one that I'm showing you, when they were in their late teens. And this was a spare one, and I was actually going to give it away, and then it was sitting, I did not personally damage it by wear. However, it was sitting somewhere that got water damage, and it got some warping on some pages, so I couldn't gift it to anybody because it was damaged. So I have it here, but anyway, that was its purpose. But again, you can see this text, and the paperweight is the same. It feels the same to me. I mean, look at that. Look at that nice clear text and hardly any bleed through. If we compared this to an Allen, possibly now, not now with the 36 GSM that they're putting out, but for a while, like Church Bible Publishers paper was at least as good, in my opinion, as far as bleed through. Okay, so now we've got, here's the iron calfskin, here's a cowhide, and then here is the buffalo. If you can see that. And I'll put this actually right by that so you can see. This is my favorite, the cranberry from the Platinum. I have this in a turquoise. I've gone through one turquoise. I'm on my second one. I'm a year and a month or so into my second turquoise. And those lasted fine. We'll get into that as well. I just used my first one up, and I have not used my second one up yet, so that's still in use. So anyway, here is the spine. It's a very, very tight spine. I love how tightly this is bound. Another thing that you can do, and again, this is that inside, you guys can look at the videos for the premium, the Platinum Buffalo. This is not like a water buffalo review. This is just kind of showing the inside. Another thing that you can do is you can make a small card with whatever your notes are on it. So I have different markings. Every year maybe that I read through, I'll look for something different. So these are the ones that I'm working on right now this year. And these are just the markings, and I'll put them out beside the verse. I've not done that in this Bible yet, but I have done this in other ones with just a small margin. I like to keep mine to under 8 or so, just so I can identify it quickly and it doesn't get the page cluttered. But I would be putting them here along the sides, or here in the margin. And there's enough room to write your cross references there. Now, do you see something in this that you didn't see in the other one? Do you see between verse 33 and 34, you see some ghosting? In the one, even this one, let me turn it to the exact same page and show you. This is one from this is my waterlogged one from like 6 years ago. It's not near as much, do you see that? So that is something that was a little bit disappointing. However, it's still a nice bold text. Now, if we compare this with the full yapp, and I'll give you, when we go to the turquoise, I'll give you the size difference between these two and the turquoise, which is a mid-size. I have the mid-size, not the hand size. But so this is about the same size as the mid-size turquoise versus the hand size. But inside, the text blocks are the exact same. The paper is the exact same. I do want to show you a difference on the inside of my full yapp one. Do you see this is this black liner? Well, over here we've got this different kind of grained, and it feels different. This feels different. It's stiffer, a bit more. I don't know if this is synthetic or leather. If you know, I would love to know. It almost feels more like the synthetic. Well, yeah, it does. It feels more to me like the synthetic liner that I have in my old one. But maybe it's just stiff leather inside. I don't know. I like this better because of the way that it moves on the inside. But anyway, again, here's the text. Their printing is fairly consistent. So I have not noticed a big difference, you know, from Bible to Bible on their printing. This I just got, and I'm just beginning to work this yapp. But literally this is hand versus this in the hand. They're both really nice. So I hope that helps you with a comparison of the hand size. Let me know if you have any questions below. I'll be glad to answer them if I can. Remember to like and subscribe if you like these videos. If you have a comparison you want to know about, ask me in the comments below. Maybe it'll be a video. God bless you guys, and savor your Savior. Bye-bye.